Hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's show. We're going to be covering a lot of stuff. We have a lot of your comments to be covering. And also, big shout out to all the people that joined the membership. If you haven't heard, we have a membership here on the YouTube channel, and it's just a great way to show some support. If you join, you'll also make sure that anytime you ask questions, they come up first when we do the Q&As. And just a lot of other great bonuses. And I just want to give a big thanks to all the people that have joined. And you know, if you do join, I'll if you want to shout out, let me know. So we're going to be covering all of your questions from last week, all of the questions from the live. If you drop in a super chat, we will address those first as well. If you're a member, we will address those first as well. Also, we have a great promotion going on right now at Disruptor School. If you join the Inner Circle quarterly plan, not only do you save $500, but you'll get a free one-on-one consulting call with me. That's an hour or more recorded just for you. And also, if you do that, I'll throw in an audit for 50% off. So cannot get better than that. So all that being said, we're going to dive into that. We're also going to cover your DPA tricks to scale your meta ads and everything else that you need to know. So without further ado, let's get going.
Well. And now, showtime.
Hey, there we go. All right. So everybody, if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. I will make sure to address them in the order in which they are received as well. All members, if you're in there, you get bumped right to the top of the list. And if you drop in a super chat, you also get bumped to the top of the list. So without any further ado, we're going to address a couple of questions. And then we're going to dive into some DPA tricks, and we're going to go back and forth for the next hour or so. All right. With that being said, remember, Disruptor School Inner Circle. Join the quarterly plan. Get a free one-on-one with me. Go to disruptorschool.com. Let's just pull this up real quick, just so we've got it. And you guys can see what this looks like, so you know how to take advantage. Let's show this to the screen. Hi, Tariq. Nice to see you. All right. So we're going to pull up disruptorschool.com. Come on, Internet. You can do it. I believe in you, Internet. Come on. Here we go. Maybe not. Maybe you can't do it, Internet. Let's see what's going on. We'll pull that for right now. We'll come back to that piece. Yeah, we're talking DPA today, AC. Yeah, we are. So if you come in here, you can just hit join Inner Circle now. Right there. Boom. When you come to this, you're going to have the 7-day trial or a 3-month membership. If you take the 3-month membership, when you join, I'll personally send you a thank you plus some free gifts, and you are going to get a free one-on-one call with me. So there you go. DisruptorSchool.com. Hit join the circle. Get the 3-month membership. Free one-on-one call with me. There we go. Hey, Alex Ballmer's in here at the house. Good to see you, Alex. Hey, by the way, where are you all from? I know some of you from LinkedIn, some of you from YouTube, some of you from Facebook and Twitter. So let me know, like, where in the world are you right now? What time of day is it where you guys are at? I'm always just so excited about that. And we got the little girl down here. She's probably going to make a cameo here sooner than later. With that being said, let's dive into it. As always on Fridays, yeah, absolute deal. But Alex, please, like, I so want to get on a call with you, man. AC, by the way, took the audit. It was amazing. And I think that was probably the most valuable investment he could have made. You also kind of inspired a little bit of the DPA stuff today, AC. So Alex, like, you've gone through one step, you've gone to another. I think that honestly, if you get the Inner Circle plus the one-on-one, that is about the best setup we can get you to. But yeah, you know the bit in Lion King, never go there, Simba. Gotcha. Okay, fair enough. Hi, Charley. Okay, so as we do on most Fridays, we have a 5-minute Friday. This one was super, super highly requested. Okay, girl, come here. This one was super, super highly requested this week, and we'll break it down. We'll give a little preview towards the end of the call today. So, I loved, yes, yeah, this is the audit. If you haven't done an audit, please let me know. I would love to do it for you. You can email me at charley@disruptorschool.com. We'll set it up for you. It's absolutely worth it for you. So anyway, that being said, we had a 5-minute Friday go live today. This one was breaking down ROAS versus MER, contribution margin, LTV to CAC, and why basically all of those things are complete fucking trash. If you're trying to grow your business, hey, look, if you're an ad agency trying not to get fired, go for it. But those are wildly different objectives. So anyway, I love it. Master brand, greatest. Thank you so much, man. The man, the myth, the legend. Thank you. Alan had a question here. Love it. Hi, Charlie. I tested my hero product on a new campaign on a new country with a budget of $50, and it seems that my cold audience takes about a week to warm up and convert. Would it make sense to increase the budget from 50 to 500? Expect that it will be not profitable for a week, and then only after that period I began using the 5%. Yeah, you could do that if you can afford it. I'm absolutely in favor of that. Yeah, you're not really taking advantage until you pass through the learning phase. And by the way, Titus, I see your questions here. The next 5-minute Friday is on learning phase. So I'm going to answer your question here, but don't you worry. We are going to dive way deep into that. And for those that don't know, we have 5-minute Fridays. These are short videos. They're usually about, well, there's a setup and then like a little something and then like a 5-minute lesson. And I literally like throw a clock on the screen and break it all down, which is honestly a little liberating and fun. I really enjoy it. So anyway, yeah, let's throw it up there. The power deal. This thing right down below, by the way, the quarterly plan with the free one-on-one. Check it out. That is one of the best values I could possibly give you, right? So anyway, Alan, I think if you can afford it in your business, and last week in our live that we have every Friday here at noon Pacific Standard, we cover your ideal budget. If that's in your budget, man, go for it. Joe said, I know you say run everything in one campaign, but when scaling budget for Black Friday, Cyber Monday period, do you run another campaign? Two things I want to break down here, Joe. First off, I don't say run everything in one campaign. The point is to have one campaign per business objective. And we had a video a couple weeks ago, one of these lives, where we broke down the ideal campaign structure. And I think that's also, or the ideal account structure. And to be fair, I think that's going to have to be a 5-minute Friday here real soon. And I also have a really great video that breaks down some other things that's in queue. I actually just uploaded it, so it's in the unlisted section on YouTube, but we'll see what that looks like eventually. Girl, did you drop this? Here, there's your Montessori card. All right, there you go. Boom. Fantastic. Okay, cool. So in this case, yeah, if I have a Black Friday, Cyber Monday campaign, I'll run that by itself. Absolutely. In fact, I'm doing that right now with a couple brands that I'm working with. I have a brand accelerator program. It's effectively like we take on your paid media, manage it for you so that we can work with you on the business so that you can master and really turn that business into one that can scale. And then we train you up along the way and hand you back the keys when you're ready to take over control. If you're interested in all of that stuff, let me know. But in that, we have a couple brands. And a lot of what we're doing is these ad campaigns specifically designed to run for short periods of time that are promoting things outside of our hero offer. So those are the types of things that we're really looking into right here. So in your Black Friday, Cyber Monday period, I'm totally down to run those as like their own dedicated offers with their own dedicated campaigns. I'm totally down for that. And I hope that you're running rebuttal upsells. I hope that you are launching higher value offers. Like I hope that you are trying to buy higher quality customers. Most ad agencies will talk about the discounts you can run with cost caps. And I'll say, hey, you could do that. Or you could, instead of destroying next year for your business, buy higher quality customers so that you can scale 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10% X instead of like 30, 40%. If your business is only growing 30, 40%, that's because you're nailing everything except growth. And if you're hiring a growth agency to help you grow and the best they can do is basically the best you could do if you didn't have them, then they're probably a liability. Everybody that's come over from Ashton Shanks and Andrew Ferris and Common Thread Collective has had the exact same experience. And I dropped a video earlier this week. It's actually this one right here about the exact process that we've taken to see 65% to 200% growth in brands within like a matter of weeks from what they've seen when leaving those like low integrity operators that have no clue how Facebook works, right? Like the Common Thread Collectives of the world. Like you should never work with those people. They don't care about you and they don't know how Facebook works. And their agenda has nothing to do with the success of your business. Here you go, girl. You just drop things all the time. So here we go. All right. So in this question, this is about, this video was a great way of describing the unit economics and understanding how your ad account works with like AOVs and some more custom columns. So how do AOV to CPA performance decisions interact with top, middle, bottom funnel 4PI analysis? Great question. Couldn't a high spend, low AOV CPA ad be a great top of funnel? Should we actually leave it on? And there's more great conversation in here, which I love. Please get into the comment section, have the conversations. I think we must look at an overall performance and not just one metric for PI analysis. And this together should be a go-to way to come up with a conclusion. For PI, AOV, okay, girl, come here. For PI, AOV, CPA are both not one metric. What would you advise specifically? Okay, so breaking this all down, I do agree that ads that you should take a 4PI analysis into effect when taking a look at your decision-making and the ads that you're running. However, a 4PI analysis really breaks down spend, CPA. Yes, that's part of it, but AOV isn't part of it. If the AOV of your offer doesn't work, or if that ad doesn't work, if you're attracting low-quality customers, then ultimately that's not really the type of things that we need to do to grow our business. So like when we're trying to grow our business, the primary focus should be to buy higher quality customers. So I don't care if everything in the top of funnel looks good and the AOV is bad, that's a bad ad in relation to other ads if you're beginning to optimize for customer value. The only place where that really makes sense is if you're tracking with custom conversion events the items that they're buying. Hint, hint, there's another video coming out very soon. And the customers that you're buying are ones that are more likely to have a longer LTV, in which case that's your cash flow cycle device. And there's a very good argument to be made in favor of it. All right, let's get to a couple more here. All right, when we get through some of these, we'll get to the first point of DPA tricks today and some of your questions. All right. So let's see at 26:57. By the way, this is a great interview with Dath. Dath is VP of marketing for like the biggest juice company in Canada. Facebook ads, MBA grad, absolutely crushing. Love to see that guy. One of the best laughs in all of direct consumer advertising. Anyway, this is exactly what I tell those to advertise. If you don't even know your own business KPIs and margins, how can you even advertise? Yeah, I can't tell you how many people I talk to. And when I say, great, what's your CPA? They quote me their Facebook CPA. I say, okay, great, what's your AOV? They don't know. Or they give me their overall store. None of those things matter. You need to understand your customer journey. What is your blended CPA for your hero product? Like, what does that look like? What is your cash flow cycle? If you cannot give me a hero offer table and a PSM analysis, and the odds of your success are very slim. Let's see. What, how, why a better ROAS would be bad for business? Okay, crypto bags. ROAS has nothing to do with cash flow. You want the best ROAS ever? I'm going to tell you right now how to get the best ROAS ever. Hit everybody who opened an email with a 99% off coupon. That ROAS is going to be the best ever. Now, do you actually make money? No. What if you just hit everybody that opens an email with like an awareness campaign? The ROAS on that might be in the thousands. Will you make any more money? No. ROAS isn't a real metric. And the video that we launched today on the 5-Minute Friday that will end this, we'll get to it in a little bit here. That breaks down why all of those things are absolute trash. You should not be looking at those metrics if success is your goal, right? And because of that, crypto bags, I'm going to wait just a little bit to I don't really want to answer your question here because you also get into something else. So I know CAC and LTV are the goal. No, CAC and LTV are not the goal. You can't possibly know your customer acquisition cost, and LTV is great, but LTV doesn't take into account anything based around cost. So ultimately those things don't matter. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to take a small pivot here. What I'm going to do, and then we're going to get into your questions and other things here today with the DPA stuff and all of the questions mounting up. What we're going to do is we're actually going to dive into this. Man, my YouTube coach would be so pissed to see that. And he may or may not be watching this. Sorry, Owen. we're going to break the rules. We're going to provide value instead of like hooking people into stuff. My bad, Owen, but tough noogies, fella. Tough noogies. So what we're going to do is I'm actually just going to pull this up and we are going to enjoy this together right now. And then we're going to plow through all of your questions. We're going to watch this. I'm going to break down 2 DPA tricks and then get through all of the comments, all the questions here live, and then get back to the comment section. So with that being said, check this out. It's muted again? Son of a bitch. Why does that keep happening? I don't know why that keeps happening. That's a real fucking bummer. Anyway, so you guys need to check that video out to get down to the bottom of it. Son of a bitch. Why does that not work? I don't know. I don't know why that doesn't work. Anyway, let's move along. Hey, Tariq moved from LinkedIn to YouTube. I love it. Okay, so anyway, let's deliver on the promises here. So first thing that we want to cover here, Charlie, I'm going to put you down here for a minute, okay? There you go. All right. So first thing that we're going to do that we promise to get to right now is some DPA tricks. So the first thing that I want you to do when you're looking at your DPA ads, number one move, I want you to create custom conversion events for each category of product that you have. And why this really matters is because when you're running your catalog ads, I want you to see what sales are happening around which categories. And if you really want to get fun, let's break down tip number 2. There is an amazing report inside of your Shopify if you're running Shopify. And what I love about this report is that it helps us align our DPA ads to our store. And so what this report will tell us is basically all of the things that we need to know when it comes to validating our efforts. Now, this report is called Sessions by Landing Page, and this is in your Shopify. Now, the Sessions by Landing Page is going to tell you volume of traffic, add to carts, initiate checkouts, etc. by product. What I want you to do is also go to your DPA ads and then look at delivery. And then next to delivery in that big drop down menu, you're going to see something called product ID. I want you to check out delivery by product ID and then reference that against the Sessions by Landing Page. And what really matters is if you have some landing pages that are terrible at getting people to actually buy. If the conversion rate of that landing page is shit, like 1,000 people landed on it, 4 people added to cart and nobody bought. What if that's the second most spent item in your product catalog? If you drop $1,000 this week or $1,000 today in your catalog and something eating up $400 is a product that nobody buys, get rid of it. You can actually optimize your product catalog to show the products that actually have an above average conversion rate. You look at your stores like, well, my store's got a 1.3 conversion rate, okay, or a 2x conversion rate by page. Why are you promoting products that have less than a 1% conversion rate when somebody lands on that PDP? One of the easiest things you can do to massively improve your profitability, especially Q4, is start to take a look at the product pages where the conversion rate is above average. If those products, what we want to do is put custom labels on that product. Like that might be custom label 0 equals true, which means that the conversion rate of that PDP is above average. Make a product set in your catalog that is just those products. So now your DPA ads, your catalog ads, and to that matter, your Google Shopping ads, are focusing on spending money on the products where when somebody lands on that page, they're likely to buy. Thank you. I appreciate that, AC. The point here is simple. If you're spending money on things that people don't want to buy, what you are doing is setting your money on fire. You should probably stop setting your money on fire if you want to make more money in this Q4. This is the simplest thing you can do right now. And for those of you that are like, I don't know necessarily how to do that, and that sounds really complicated, cool. Go to your Sessions by Landing Page report. That is the name of the report in Shopify. Hit up the last 90 days. Download that report. Then go to your catalog ads over the last 90 days. Download that report. Throw both of those CSV files into ChatGPT and say, hey, can you give me conversion rate by product? Can you give me the conversion rate of my landing pages? And then show me the items that I'm spending the most amount of money on. And then you can look at those two side by side and ultimately say, wow, this landing page converts like shit and it's getting a third of my budget. I was just on with a brand earlier this week, one of the brands that's in the Brand Accelerator program for Disruptor Agency. And we found that 63% of the spend for our DABA campaign, for our customer acquisition campaign, where we're optimizing to new customer, 63% of that spend went to a product that was ultimately inhibited by inventory and had the lowest AOV in the business. Yeah, the conversion rate was great. And you know what happened? Our AOV on that campaign, normally in the business, the AOV is in like the $120 range. The AOV of that DPA effort was in the $50 range. And it's because we were promoting a product that was less than $20 with over 50% of the budget. Why? You need to be looking at what you're actually promoting instead of just hitting the button and, letting Jesus take the wheel, right? So these are two simple DPA tricks that I'm going to start with here. And now let's get to your questions in the chat. And let's start off with Titus. What's the difference between the Inner Circle and the MBA program? Great question, Titus. First off, if you want to really know the difference, we do have the Ultimate Mastery Bundle where you can get both right now. You can join the MBA program standard version, and you will get a month of the Inner Circle plus a one-on-one call with me, and that's like $600-$500. So you can check that out. Now, here we go. If you come to here and you go to Shop Disruptor School today, first thing is Ultimate Mastery Bundle. Right in here, you will get lifetime access to the standard Facebook Ads MBA program, which basically means you get everything in the program except the community and the live calls. You get 1 month of Inner Circle membership, and you get an exclusive 1-hour consultation with me. Awesome. That is a very high value offer. Again, the way you find it, you go to Disruptor School, you hit Shop Disruptor School today. Boom, first thing, sign up, snag it, put it on Shop Pay. I'm hoping to get Afterpay for all of you non-Americans to get you set up too. All right, anyway, so what's the difference between Inner Circle and the MBA program? Well, there's two really big differences. First off, the Facebook Ads MBA program is a soup to nuts, like what I would do if I took over your account. How can I make you one of the top 10%, 20% of media buyers in the world? And it's not just around Facebook ads. It is understanding the quality of your investment. It is understanding the types of campaigns you should be running. It is a point-to-point, every single button you should click, every single thing that you should be doing, how to measure your results, how to strategize, how to test, how to creative test, and how to understand incrementality, not only in Facebook, but how Facebook is impacting all other channels so that ultimately you can think of it as a CMO training program. It also comes with, we have our, in the premium version, we have weekly calls or calls every week. That are either guest speakers or myself, and often some weeks have both. We also have a community for the premium version, and all of the guest speakers that we have that are also available as masterclasses in Disruptor School, you have an unlimited access to all of those in perpetuity. So basically every week there's new lectures from guest speakers on a whole bunch of things, from landing page to creative design, email flows, search, affiliates, all of that fun stuff. You also get on a regular basis updated curriculum from me because we update it 2-3 times a month. And you get the opportunity to dive into all of that stuff in perpetuity. It is lifetime access. Now, Disrupt Your School, the inner circle, is those master classes and live working sessions with me, but it's far less about diving deep into everything and more about just like, let's open up your ad account and just get tactical today. And you can apply those master classes as well as getting that direct support. And there's a community there as well. But one of them not only gives you the master classes and the direct support, but also the entire how-to guide for everything that you need to do. And so think of Disrupt Your School Inner Circle as my direct support to you. Think of the MBA as my way of teaching you to not need me. And I'll still support you and your team forever. And that's the best way I can really break it down. So I hope that really helps you out. Let's see over here. Anthony has the question. If Meta starts delivering low quality customers and traffic over time, top of funnel 4PI, only 400K reach, broad targeting, 80% of the budget to one image creative. Yeah. So what if Facebook starts to do this? It sounds like you are trying to have a mid or bottom funnel ad do top of funnel work. I'm wondering if 80% of that budget goes to an image creative. What if you did video that directly set up that image to be a better second touch? Like if that image was an us versus them, like here's brand A, we're brand B, and this is why we're so much better. Awesome. Have a bunch of video about people talking about how they left brand A to join brand B. Show me why it's good. Make it so that that image is a great second touch. That image is the close to the sales pitch and the conversation opened up by the video. That should push that image ad down in the funnel and also bring you higher quality people, because odds are that image ad is better at retargeting than it is at prospecting, but it's bringing you lower quality traffic and customers over time because you're asking it to do too much work. And so let's set it up for success. Awesome. Alex says, doesn't raising budget more than 20% make the Facebook algo have one hell of a hissy fit? 50 on the conversation on that comment earlier about the 50 to 500. Yes. However, if you are not out of the learning phase at all yet, then we don't really have to worry about the algo having a hissy fit. Then we don't really have to worry about the algo having a hissy fit because it hasn't been established yet. There's no baseline to really fuck up. So in that case, we're okay with making that move because that move is a leveraged risk. And ultimately, if you're willing to, if you need to grow quickly, if you need to 10x, then you are making the decision to more heavily favor long-term performance than immediate impacts on those decisions. So in that way, it's a leveraged risk. Yeah. Titus asked here, when do you launch Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale? I've already done it. How do you tailor the creative to that sale? So first off, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Black Friday is a season. It started a month ago. You should have, your goal should be to have all of your Q4 revenue in the bank. Your profit target, your contribution margin from marketing should be in the bank before Black Friday. You do not have the money to compete with billion-dollar international businesses that are trying to acquire customers and protect market share. They will lose more money in a day on ad spend with awareness as an objective than you will make revenue in your business all year. You cannot play that game. Make your money before they start. Now, that all being said, go for it. Now, how do you tailor the creative to that sale? Well, generally speaking, for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, one of the biggest things we can do is try to push forward bundles, try to push for higher value things. You want to know what that looks like? It looks like this. Instead of trying to get you into the Facebook Ads MBA program or get you into the inner circle, let me just allow you to get a 1-hour consulting call plus standard access to the Facebook Ads MBA program and a month of inner circle for $2,000 off. Now that's a $2,000 markdown that you can put onto Shop Pay and spread out over the next year. That is a great upsell. That's a great way of saying, well, I think I want this stuff, but I'm not quite sure. Maybe I'll do a consulting call or maybe I'll join Inner Circle. Great. Why don't you just take everything? You can finance it over the next year. And at that point, we're good to go. By the time next year hits, you've probably already paid for, like, the program is probably already paid for itself. This investment is profitable by 2025. And then you're just basically taking some of your profits to pay off this payment plan with ShopPay. That's what it looks like. I started this 3 weeks ago, and I had somebody jump in yesterday. Like, people are hitting this on a consistent basis, and it's one of the best offers we can do. The other way that this looks like, for instance, is, well, I don't have that kind of money. $6,500 is a lot. Okay, great. Why don't you join the Disruptor School Inner Circle Access, where you can get 3 months? Okay, girls, you can take my shoe. You can get 3 months for $500 off, and I'll give you a consulting call for free. Yeah, that's a discount. Instead of $1,000, I'm charging you $2,500. I'm giving you $500 off and a $3,000 call. You're basically saving $1,500 by paying $25. That's a great Black Friday offer. That's my new thing that I'm launching right now on this call. So the point of this is, when you are looking to understand what should you be launching and how you tailor your creative for it, what you're trying to do is ultimately push forward a better offer. Do not launch a 25% site-wide or something like that. That is terrible. Do not destroy your cash flow to buy shitty customers. Price-conscious consumers are the least brand loyal. If the reason they buy from you is because of a sale, they are far less likely to ever buy from you again. The least profitable sale in your customer journey is the first sale. Stop prioritizing the first sale in a way that makes the second sale almost impossible to achieve. All you are doing is giving up profit volume to make next year far more difficult. If you're focused on contribution margin and cost caps, this will destroy your business. Again, we launched the video today, which I love launching before these Friday videos, although I got to figure out how to be able to play them in here, because it's a lot of fun to do that. And one of these days I'll figure it out. You know what I can do? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, we're gonna make this work in the background. Okay, we're gonna make this work in the background. So all that being said, these are the types of things you should look at and tailor your creative by making that offer appeal. Why should I take the but wait, there's more offer? Why should I be interested in having a higher value experience with the brand? What does that look like? That's what your creative should say. If you're looking at 25% off, don't launch the offer. Don't worry about the creative. Don't launch that offer. That's a terrible way of treating Black Friday, because you're not the corner. You're not the $1 million, $1 billion business. You're not Macy's. You're not Target. You're not, Amazon. You're not Walmart, right? You're not Costco. Don't play their game, right? You're not them. Right? Like, that's like a Republican voter trying to say billionaires shouldn't get taxed because they should pay more because, hey, look, one day I might be a billionaire and save money. That's fucking stupid. Don't set yourself up to be a victim by thinking you're playing a game of somebody that has a completely different set of rules. That only sets you up for failure, right? Don't set yourself up for failure. Set yourself up for success. That is how you win the game. All right, let's see here. How long does it take for performance to stabilize the learning phase? I'm noticing fluctuations. Thursdays and Sundays perform well, but other days are average. Here's the thing, Titus. It's hard to tell you. The learning phase is basically Facebook's way of telling you that it has confidence in delivering a consistent end result for the user that sees the ad in their user experience. Now, what that means for you has a lot to do with all the other ads that you're running, with landing page decisions that you're doing, with things going on in the market with all of your competitors. There's a million other things going on. So sometimes that might be stable in a couple of days. It might take a couple of weeks. What really matters to you is performance week over week. This is something we break down, by the way, in the Facebook Ads MBA program, is how to understand your performance week over week, platform by platform, so that you can make week over week, month over month decisions for incrementality to ultimately push forward the business objectives that are most important, like blended CPA and frequency of purchase, and how to raise AOV and LTVs, those being the secondary metrics that you can look at, but have nothing to do with the type of ads that you're running, except for I want to buy the type of customer that's likely to purchase from me more than once. Otherwise, I'm trying to destroy my business to make an ad account look good. And those are two very different things. And that's what the MBA program can do. And that's why it's such a great investment. That's why so many people abandon cost cap agencies, jump into the Facebook ads MBA program and see 65, 85, 100% plus lifts and profit volume in a matter of weeks. And they ultimately pay for themselves. That program pays for itself for most people in less than 2 months, because they're able to not only pay, they're able to stop paying other people to destroy their business and improve the bank account in a way that doesn't prioritize the ego of the marketer. And that's a fundamental change in everything. That's the kind of thing that we need to really be focused on. So all that being said, or contribution margin. Let's see if this perhaps works. LTV to CAC or MER. What do all of these metrics mean, and why are all of them complete trash if you're actually trying to scale your business? If you want to stop setting your money on fire, let's break down profitable scaling margin and why that's the only thing you actually need to look at. Today we're going to break down growth marketing so that you can scale your business to the moon. Let's go. So first thing I want to do is just thank you for being around here. These videos have been blowing up my channel and I really appreciate it. And go ahead and like and subscribe to these videos. Apparently 2/3 of the people that watch aren't subscribed, and it means a lot. And if we can get to 30K by the end of the year, I'm going to be doing a $10,000 giveaway. All right, that being said, let's start the clock. So first, let's talk about ROAS, or return on ad spend, and why it's a completely misleading metric. ROAS is built on attribution, assuming that a certain dollar amount spent today is the reason that revenue occurred today. But in reality, the customer journey is far more intricate and longer than an engagement on any one particular ad. If you stop spending money today, odds are you would get a sale tomorrow from somebody that saw your ad yesterday. And more importantly, if you make sales today, that might be from ad spend from a month ago. The point is, today's ad spend isn't the only reason that today's revenue occurred. So if we look at ROAS as basically what last touch gets credit for all of the work for everybody on the team, and a lot of the work of all of our competitors. And we know that attribution isn't 100% accurate because the revenue number you see in Facebook isn't the revenue number you see in Shopify. Then ultimately, ROAS is an inaccurate number divided by a number that isn't the reason it happened. That is a terrible metric and completely inactionable. And a quick note, MER is basically just ROAS at a bigger level. The reason you got revenue today isn't because of all the ad spend today. It might have been somebody on a subscription that signed up 6 months ago. Does that really tell you that if your email drops today and it does really good, that you should crank up the ad spend on your retargeting ad? No, it's not actionable. It's basically just a report card out of context from yesterday. That's not predictive of tomorrow's behavior. Now lately, one of the most popular metrics du jour is LTV to CAC. My man Alex Hormozi made this super popular, and it's simple. What is the lifetime value of a customer and how much did it cost to acquire them? And I'm not saying that Alex Hormozi is wrong. I'm just saying that's not for your business. It's for a gym, not e-commerce. Because there's two simple fun facts that we need to take into account. First, products cost money, so that LTV divided by the CAC doesn't actually include the cost of any goods sold. Also, every sale costs money. There's no way to prevent ever spending money on anybody who ever bought from you. The idea that once somebody buys from you, you never invest a single operational dollar in getting a second sale from them is complete nonsense. And for that matter, our customer acquisition cost is kind of a nonsense metric. How much did you spend today and how many new customers did you get today? But that has, again, no actual information on the cost to get that customer, and the cost to get that customer is completely different than the cost to get that customer. So while the lifetime value is a number we can have 100% confidence in, that CAC number is something that is impossible to be accurate and is not inclusive of all the added costs to get you from first sale to completed lifetime value. So now let's talk about contribution margin. This is often seen as the true profit per sale. And optimizing for contribution margin puts a focus on maximizing the profit per dollar spent spent on day one. One of the biggest gaps here is that it completely ignores lifetime value. This approach limits the ability to build high-value customer journeys because of the focus on short-term decisions. This places a priority on day one profitability instead of stability of the marketing funnel, so you can't optimize for people who are of more value if that value comes after the first sale. Instead of making a one-time $10 profit, what about acquiring a customer who will spend $180 more later on? Also, that first sale is the least profitable. So this brings us to PSM, or Profitable Scaling Margin. PSM is the metric that allows us to scale sustainably and profitably. It looks at the value of the entire customer journey and puts a unit value on each transaction within that journey. Now, for those that don't know, PSM is lifetime value divided by the sum of CPA and COGS times frequency. An example of this might be lifetime value is $200. CPA and COGS is $40, and the average person buys 2.5 times. That ultimately gives us a PSM of 2, meaning every dollar we spend brings 2 in return over the lifespan of that customer. Unlike ROAS, LTV to CAC, contribution margin, or MER, this gives us a very actionable insight in that it tells us how much more we could spend to acquire the average blended transaction in our customer journey. This also allows us to scale with much greater confidence because it takes into account the change of the customer journey and also the change in volume in transactions. Basically, the more sales you get, the lower the margin can be, and you'll still make more money. So next time you look at your metrics, consider looking at the full picture. Look at it like a growth marketer instead of performance marketer. And what I'll leave you with is this. Performance marketers are like hunters. They live and die by their ability to kill more calories than they eat. People lived in caves for 100,000 years based on hunting. As soon as people began to farm, they built empires in generations. A farmer knows that if they put a seed of corn in the ground, in 90 days it'll bear 3 to 4 pounds of fruit. And they can plant 3 seeds in the ground, and 90 days from that, they'll get 3 times as much. If you want to grow an empire, you have to think like a farmer. Full disclosure, I invented PSM years ago, and I've been using it to scale brands to 8 and 9 figures, and I've done it over and over and over again. And if you want to know how to set up your ad account to be as successful as possible, check this out over here. I literally laid it out step by step with every single thing that you need to do from point number 1 down to completely scalable ad account. All right, until next time, I'll see you on the internet. There we go. There we go. I figured out how to do it. It's simple. I just download the video and play it here. So yeah, anyway, those are my views on ROAS, LTV to CAC, MER, contribution margin, why they're all complete fucking trash. If you want to grow your business, you need to stop looking at the ego of the marketer and start focusing on the actual bank account. Okay, I see more questions loading up in here. I want to get to We're going to do 4 more minutes of comments on YouTube, trying to go back over the, on YouTube to try to go back over the week. And then we'll dive into the rest of these chats here. By the way, if you want to make sure that your questions get answered on these live calls, because we are getting more and more of them that just don't get hit, please go ahead and join the membership on the YouTube. Just go to my YouTube channel, join up as a member. It's like $5 a month. And that's just a great way to help me be able to do bigger videos and a whole bunch of stuff like the 90-minute video that we did 2 weeks ago. And I'm working on more, just like help me make more out of this so that I can invest more time into this. And honestly, most of that money just goes to editors and all the things that make these videos incredibly powerful. Okay, let's get to it. Hey, Professor, my recent days in loving your content. We love the way you teach thinking. Thank you, Muhammad. I really appreciate that. Okay. In the 4PI analysis, I've noticed a significant decrease in CPMs between my static and video ads. Absolutely. Significant difference. Should I consider placement when conducting a 4PI analysis? You can consider placement. Understand that generally speaking, images are going to be shown in more places than videos because they fit more available formats, and videos tend to fit the format in which the video was edited to. So if it's a 9:16 video, odds are it's getting less delivery in a 1:1 space. In my ad account, a static ad with a frequency of 1.22 has a much lower CPM compared to a short video with a frequency of 1.03. I don't know. That seems interesting. I'd have to know a lot more about what's going on, Suki. So if you want to let me know, please, I'll let you know that I got to this in the call. In our live today, and give me some more feedback, because I'm definitely down. Show me more information. We can hop on a call sometime if you really want to do that route. I'm totally for it. Let's see. I don't understand how this is good. If one of our ad sets are bad in a CBO, why would we turn the whole campaign off? Bob, I feel like, so in this video on the easiest way to scale, this is around automating your ad account, which is a great video. And I love that people are going back to videos posted in like February and March. Because by the way, like I've been doing this stuff for like 7 years, 8 years. So the point here is if you have a bad ad set in a CBO and the entire day is really bad, turning off that campaign and that moment prevents that campaign. It might be a bad day across everything. If I have $1,000 daily budget and an ad set gets turned off after $600, what's the likelihood the other $400 is really going to work for me today if all other marketing fails? It might just, for whatever reason, be a bad day. And ultimately, it's an oversimplification, but I would need to know more information, Bob, to really help you out. Okay, Charlie, come here. Okay. There we go. Hi, Charlie. Thanks for everything you were sharing here. It's really invaluable, and your channel is a gold mine. Thank you. This is the most important metrics. This is the 5-Minute Friday on 4PI analysis. Charlie, what would you say about an ad that has a high CPM, low frequency, and bad efficiency? High CPM means that people don't like it. Low frequency means that it's showing upper funnel, not to people over often, and bad efficiency. Okay, this is just a bad prospecting ad. If you have a high CPM, generally speaking, a high CPM, low frequency means it's a shit ad. Just move on. Odds are it's not going to work out for you. Hi, Professor. I have a problem. Tried to run Facebook ads, but Facebook doesn't start spending my budget. What will I do in a solution to that problem? I don't know. That sounds like a technical issue. I could not help you out with that on like this comment. I wish I could, man. But I will let you know that we addressed this here. And if you want to get back to me, we can maybe hop on a call. More than happy to dive into it with you. Okay, Charlie, I moved the winning DCT to my winning ad set. Is it known for the CPM on my DCT to go up? Hey, don't move the whole DCT to your winning ad set. We move the post ID to the winning ad set. Or do I disable the ad in the winning ad set? The thing is, I would expect when you move the post ID for it not to work as well as the original ad did on day one. It will take time because it's not benefiting from the entire mix of everything. And I just want to know if we can really, I just want you to know that we need to give this time. And with that, understand that the mix will change. The mix will change inside of your ad set. So like, it's really hard. Like you have to give it time to get delivery. And then for that to find its mix amongst the other ads in the winning ad set. And then to see what happens to the DCT when that happens. There's a lot of things at play here. And to be fair, it's a bit more intricate than something I can answer in 30 seconds. But that's what the inner circle is for. That's where the inner circle, you just be like, look, man, I got a lot of questions. Can we open up my ad account? And can I get your help every couple of weeks? Boom. Join the inner circle. You got it. It's like consulting calls, but it's one to many. So you can open up your ad account. We fix all your problems. You also see everybody else's problems getting fixed. That's why the inner circle is so valuable. Plus all the master classes to solve all the other problems that you're having. That's phenomenal. If you want to go above and beyond that and make it so that you don't even need that help, that's what the MBA is for. Okay, great. So one more of these things, and then we're going to dive into the comment section here today. Okay, from FM Guadalupe. This is on last week's live. 5-minute video suggestion. What do you do with campaigns during the slow summer months? I presume you turn them off. Do you reduce budgets? Automated scaling? Yeah, I love that idea. I will probably get to it, but it'll probably be a little while because people aren't looking for what to do during the summer months. But anyway, there we go. All right, one last one. Let's provide some value and then get going. Hello, Professor. What does it mean when the campaign crushes the first day and then tanks on the second? It means you should stop looking results day to day. Excellent CPA first day and 4 times that in the second. Doesn't matter. I've had that happen many times. Doesn't matter. At the same time, other campaigns are stable, profitable, and long-lasting. I'm puzzled. You need to be looking at results, Louise, as what you were doing over time. And it looks like, let's see what this means. Okay, so publicly subscribe to you. Okay. I really appreciate that subscription, Louise. So here's the thing. You cannot look at results on day one. It is very common for you to get good results on day one, maybe good results for the first couple of days, then results tank, then they balance out. If you need the campaign to be successful on day one, don't run Facebook ads. That's my best advice for you there. Okay, let's keep getting through everything here. By the way, again, hey, all right. Apparently, 2 people just joined the inner circle, so love that. Get out of my face, Slack. Apparently, 2 people during this thing joined the Inner Circle quarterly plan. So fantastic. Justin, I'll be sending you the one-on-one, and Stacy. Thank you. Okay. Rad. Love it. Awesome. So let's just keep moving. They're not even asking questions in the chat. They're just joining up. That's what we're talking about. All right. Learning phase, all sorts of other stuff. Okay, cool. Boom. Key music department. Is a DPA carousel better in performance than a collection ad DPA? In general, I prefer the carousel ads. Yes. We are testing at the moment 2 campaigns, one with carousel, one collection ads. Each has 140 euros. I would make this one campaign, CBO, run the 2 ads side by side and see what does well based on a 4PI analysis. What we see outgoing CTR for collection ad is worse than a carousel ad. Why? CTR has no impact on performance in Facebook. It is not email or Google. Also, the CTR is basically a reflection of impressions divided by clicks. So really, this is telling us there might be a CPM issue, there might be a customer service issue, or random distribution, because those ads are not talking to each other. They're not in a similar ad set. They're in different campaigns. So they're basically conflicting, and who's ever getting lucky on a small budget is winning. All right. Let's see. AC. Oh. CT, raising the 5% budget 3 times a week. Love that. That'll double your account. That'll double your ad spend every 33 days. Should I always assign a CPA or simply raise based on volume of sales? I like using CPA as a proxy, but ultimately we're looking at blended CPA in the overall business. And that's what we're trying to look for. And blended CPA in the overall business is probably going to have some relationship to the actual platform CPA. There's some algebra going on in there, and just kind of work on that. All right, cool. Anthony, it's a Twitter style post image, low frequency, doesn't mention product at all, just sells the click to the advertorial. When I launch video versions of it in a new campaign, it makes the ad account worse. Don't launch in a new campaign, launch it right alongside that image, Anthony. You can, if you launch separate campaigns, understand that those are 2 different ads with 2 different sets of data that are conflicting with each other. You've basically launched 2 salesmen against the same neighborhood, and whoever knocks on the door first wins. And it is unlikely that the video version will beat the static, because the static is reaching people who are more informed and gets the point across earlier. Okay, Titus, is it bad if my creative tests skip the learning phase and go to active immediately? Not necessarily. A lot of people are seeing this, and basically that just means that your creative tests are not different enough for the platform to really have a concern over trying to know who to show that ad to. Now, what that means for your performance is something completely different, and those are just completely disparate efforts. If your performance is good, then you don't have a problem. If your performance is bad, you have a problem. That has very little to do with the learning phase in this situation. If the ad skips the learning phase and performance is bad, then Facebook really knows really well who to show that ad to, and that person isn't good. So it sounds like an ad problem. All right. Hey, Charlie. Okay, you can come back up. You can come back up. Okay. Okay, what do we got going on here? You good? You good, little girl? You good? It seems like you're good. Okay. I didn't know she had like a taper problem or something. I think we're good. Okay. So, whew! Barn burner. Let's get through them. Okay. Throw these back up. Hey, Charlie, this is amazing. For lead generation, is turning ads on off hurt the campaign? Not necessarily. Turning ads on and off doesn't have necessarily an impact on the campaign in any way. It just removes things that the campaign can spend its budget on. The more changes you make, the more change and volume and instability you're giving the data set. So if you're constantly turning things on and off and changing budgets, your results are going to be less stable. You're the GOAT. Thanks. Heart. Thanks. Luis again, what kind of ASC campaigns? I kind of think the ASC campaigns is the respawning of the nonsense retargeting ads. Yeah, that's 100% the case. Now, it doesn't mean they're necessarily bad. It just means that their objective is, when an ad agency tells you to run a whole bunch of ASC campaigns, is because they don't actually give a fuck about your business. They're just trying to make the report look good. Because remember, the ad agency business model is, please don't fire me. All right. And therefore I don't love them. I got it. Except for one thing. If ASC campaigns targets people bottom of the funnel, even if they haven't heard of the product, then it's more about intent and less about matching the product to the audience. Yes, because ASC ads show people your content because they're in market to buy it, not because they know about you or want to see your content. So it's effectively, like you said, it's kind of a different market. Absolutely. And more of a Google ad style based on intent. Absolutely. So if that's true, you could steal those sales from competitors. Absolutely. And you might want to do those sales, and it might steal those from Google as well. Yeah, all of that is making sense, Luis. I feel like you pull back the curtain and really starting to get a grasp on what is going on here. Awesome. Let's see. AI affiliator, you're on the creative testing around DCTs. Can we make an updated version on this? And DCTs going away. Okay, here's your updated version. It's now called Flex Ads. Everything else is the same. Awesome. Let's keep going. The 3 Facebook campaigns you need to succeed. All right, learn crux. Yeah, I'm trying to knock all of these out, right? I hope you guys kind of like these barn burner points. Let's just like boom, 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 boom. All right, anyway. And by the way, the inner circle stuff is kind of like this, but instead of reading your comments, we open up your ad account and we just dive into it. And so that call ends when you get an answer to your question. That's what it's really all about. Again, quarterly plan. If you jump in there, get 3 months, you get $500 back and a free one-on-one call with me. Like, come on, let's go. Like I said, we already had 2 people joining it today. I feel like Titus is right on the edge. Titus, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. I know you can do it. It'll pay for itself, buddy. And Alex, like, we're already in the DMs on LinkedIn. Let's just make it happen. Okay. Well, let's go back. Oh man. Okay, let's go. Let's go. We got 1 minute left. We can get into this. Okay. Your comment is great. I have 2 questions. Okay, learn correct. 2 questions. 1, is the rebuttal upsell broad, or is it specific audiences like DPA with 10,000 events? I start at the 10,000 audience, and then I potentially go up to broad if it's working. If it is with specific audiences, how do I exclude this audience in my hero campaign? You don't. The rebuttal upsell offer overcomes objections of people that are in your hero campaign, but also think of your hero campaign as also having the ability to make sales, but setting up that rebuttal upsell. From what I understood, I'm going to have several offers in my rebuttal upsell campaign, with those being a CBO. Yes, those will be in a CBO, and I would evaluate which ones are most effective for you and then move forward from there. 4PI analysis doesn't just work on ads, it also works on offers. Okay, everybody, that was fun. I will see you all later. Best of luck to you out there. Again, join the Disruptor School Inner Circle quarterly plan. Here's how you do it. You go to disruptorschool.com. You hit this button, join the Inner Circle now. Boom. And then you go down here, save $500 on a 3-month subscription, 3-month membership, and I will give you a one-on-one call. We've already had 2 people do it. And yeah, I'll see you all later. Bye. I feel like, oh yeah, I totally